Welcome to my podcast, Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. I'm so excited you are here. You will hear some incredible stories about how people are serving around the world, how they overcame a struggle, how they serve. These shows will give you an edge in business and your personal life. I believe serving over sales will help you grow in so many ways. And now, about our incredible sponsor, Info. Info is a web app that puts your business on people's cell phones when you meet people online or in person. They can engage with your business or send out referrals with a button click, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The power of business is connecting with more people. Remember, your network is your net worth. Info will do this for you. I would love to help spread the word about these shows, so please subscribe to this podcast and find us on all your podcast platforms. Please share with anyone you know who could benefit from our shows. Please enjoy the show. Guys, welcome to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. I'm excited to have Chelsea Talamantes, CK Co. You the founder?
I am.
She's you got the head person here, the head woman.
Like a honcho. The
Welcome.
head honcho.
Head honcho, I love it.
Honcho.
Well, head honcho, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm excited to have her because she does digital marketing. And I know marketing is so important for you business people out there. Or people, you know what? Marketing can be personal too.
It's very personal.
Right? You trying to get married?
Well, I am married.
Well, no, but I mean, really trying to get married.
Yeah.
Sorry, hubby out there. She's married.
Wait, what?
So personally, I think marketing people lose sight of, you have to understand marketing for business.
Yes.
And I use my marketing out there personally to marry my wife.
I see what you're saying. You got to market yourself.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So talk to me about digital marketing and why you got into it.
Yeah. So actually, I was at an out-of-home advertising. So out-of-home advertising is billboards, experiential. It's all the touch points outside, right? And I live in Vegas. So our big players were like Cirques, MGMs, and all the big people. At the beginning of the year, we were starting to hear like, hey, this is beginning of 2020. People are pulling back. They want to try digital. They're hearing that digital would work. So they want to pull back. Then COVID hit, right? This was like pre-COVID, the conversation was going. Then COVID hit. Shows are down. Hotels are down. There's nobody to market for. There's nobody to advertise for. So I kept, hey, I'm investing in learning about funnels. I'm investing in learning about digital advertising. Can we offer this to our clients? No, but like, I really think this would be a great idea. Yeah, no, that's not for us. We do out of home. But what if, no, sorry, we only do out of home. So they ended up letting everybody go except for me. And I was like, hey, just so you guys know, like I'm investing a lot of time and education into this. I'm going to start doing this on the side since you don't want to offer it to your client. And they were like, okay, like kind of like, like we've got the moneymaker, but that's, I want to go try that. Well, what I tried ended up being really successful and got me in a way better place than I would have been had I stayed at out-of-home advertising. Do I think there's total value in what they're doing? 100%. I think they have an amazing company. But there has to be a marriage of everything to really be seen. And I'm fortunate because I've worked with smaller companies now. So when you're working with those larger players, you're a drop in the bucket, right? You're a piece of their marketing, but you're not what's helping them really drive their company. And now that I work with like these medium business owners, what I do matters, right? What I do, what I touch matters. And there's just something to be said for that. It's a little more frustrating some days because it's not just like endless budget, make it happen. It definitely, there's some challenges that you don't face when you're working with those larger companies, but it just is a lot more.
It's an incredible story.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Leaving a job, knowing, you're going to start from scratch eventually.
Yeah.
And now you're successful.
Well, yeah, just it's been a little hairful, but.
You hear that? She's had challenges, but she's successful.
Yeah.
Taking that leap, which I know a lot of you out there are thinking that.
Yeah.
And when you take that leap with marketing, it's a ton of marketers.
Yeah, there is. It's endless.
Why do I go to Chelsea?
Shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is so real, especially when you're working in a digital realm. And you're working with the medium businesses. I get a lot of my clients through advertising. Well, they're going to see my ad and they're going to click on it. The platforms are going to learn like, oh, this person likes to talk to marketing companies. And then they're going to get flooded with 20 other marketing companies. that are all saying, honestly, kind of the same thing at the end of the day. There's so many templates out there. There's so many, fill this in, get the one ad that made me successful. And then it asks you questions, you fill out the template, and then you put your ad out there. So it's just flooded with everybody saying the same thing and everybody making empty promises. So I've just started getting like gritty on it. I get on a call with somebody and they'll say, hey, I have this offer and I haven't ran an ad to it before. And I'm like, well, I start asking a hard question. I get out a spreadsheet and I start doing the math. And I'll tell them like, hey, unless you have a back end offer or unless you have X, Y, and Z, like you're going to like, I won't even take that step with you until you know that this can be profitable. And so many people are like, I've talked to so many people and no one has like been as like pretty honest as you. That's what I think makes me stand out, is me saying like, this is not going to work right away. There is no such thing as like an instant $1 million business. You cannot have one landing page and $5 worth of ads and 7 figures next year. Like it's just not going to happen. So I think my avoidance of empty promises is what really.
You serve by being direct, loving, and honest.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be loving.
God bless you, Chelsea. And I see that, and people that are, no, I'm serious, because we need to treat mediums,
Yeah.
which is small, medium-sized business. We said that a few
Yeah.
times. Great,
Yeah.
whatever you call it, great word to use.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that get, excuse my language, screwed over there than the big guys.
Right. And they follow the shiny object syndrome. They have that desire to get to be the big guy. And it's like there's so many things crossing your path that you think this is what I need to do. And a lot of times that's not true. That's not even what your people really want from you. And you have to go and do that market research. And that's how digital marketing has crossed over. Gosh, I'm rambling. But that's how digital marketing in my realm has crossed back into print and out of home, is working with people who thought the digital marketing was what they wanted and it was the end all be all. And me realizing your offer, your discount that you're offering isn't really what people want. Your demographic is actually still reading magazines. They're not actually on social media. Your demographic needs you to have better signage on your building.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about the ad. And then, hey, we've actually been running the wrong ad. They don't even want a discount. They want easier appointments. So just really figuring that out and then actually executing on that instead of just trying to push them into my one strategy that works. Like it doesn't always work for everybody.
Do you work with everybody?
I work with people that so I can't say like just coaches, just course creators, just med spas, just this, just that. It's like you meet somebody and I think that there's like a likeness in your heart. And then if I can get behind your message and I can get behind you as a person and I feel like you're someone with integrity, absolutely, let's make this happen.
I love that you said you turn away is not the right word, but you won't work with somebody you don't connect with. Mm-hmm. Audience, this is huge. Why I'm loving her, because you got to say no to people, and she does that, and she's successful.
Right. Yeah.
You say no to somebody doesn't mean you lost money.
The first thing I say on every call that I got on with a potential new client is this call is for 3 things. The first thing is to see if we're a good working fit together because we love our clients and our clients love us. I don't put you into a nasty, lengthy contract. You work with me because you love me and we're getting you what you want. So yeah, that's the first. If it doesn't jive, then we're not. I'll just say I'm so sorry, and I'll even recommend other marketers. Like I'll say this person is a way better fit for you, but I can't get you to where you want to be, and I'm not going to sell you just to sell you.
Did you hear another point she just said? I like doing as my podcast. Not only does she say no, it's not going to work for us, but she refers somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't leave anybody hanging.
No,
that's awesome.
There's somebody for everybody. Just because I'm not your person doesn't mean that there's not somebody that can help you, right? So yeah.
That's the way to handle all the marketers out there, just what you did.
Yeah.
Now I know why you're successful.
Thank you.
Tell me a great story of a client you help. I know you have many of
them. So I think that the one that I've been using as an example today is my funnest one because they're the first one that broke me into, gosh, you don't just want to be on digital. They came to me because they were using a templated agency. The agency was running the same stock photos, the same specials, the same funnel, the same everything for the company. He was a retired surgeon. And he got into med spa. He didn't know what he was doing when he got into med spa. Then it was, hey, I want you to run a discount on these different services. nobody's biting on the discount in this area. Why is nobody biting? We changed his website twice to like make it better. He never asked. It was just like, hey, let's see if we can make this better. We changed his website twice. Still limited bite. Then it was, why is my marketing not working? And I'm like, okay, you're from a small town, a retirement community kind of in South Carolina. Everybody has money. These are all women that are in the age demographic that should want your services. What's missing, right? Like, what's missing? So I started calling local businesses. And I started calling local businesses that were like yoga studios, kind of like in that same realm where we could exchange clients and saying, hey, can we run a special? Well, guess what? Actually, everybody is already really loyal to their Botox girl. Everybody is already really loyal to the person that they're working with. Discounts aren't going to take them away. What does your place have to offer that I can, without jeopardizing the relationship that I already have with these other estheticians? What do you guys have to offer that I can offer that new or different than what these other? Okay, all right. So we actually should have been leading with something else. Never the Botox. We should have been leading with this salt facial, which is something they have that nobody else in that area has. Then it was, but I've never drove by and even seen that place. And guess what? Their signage was really bad because of the HOA in their building. So now I know they need signage. Now I know they need to be leading with a different product. Then it's, we will have a lot of money in this area. Nobody cares about discount. So what we need to be leading with is easier appointment time. And then it's, and actually everybody, if they're on Facebook or not, they're all picking up this one magazine. Okay, well, we print. So really, they didn't need any of the other stuff that they really thought this is the make it or break it. What they needed was signage, they needed print ad, and they needed a completely different offer than they thought they needed. And without picking up the phone, I never would have known. So,
And your fresh eyes, because we're a YouTube world.
yeah.
I go fix my plumbing, go to YouTube. I go fix my car, go to YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Marketing is not falling to that, right?
No, we just redid our tile and we went to YouTube.
There you go,
Yeah, in our
which is
bathroom.
okay.
Yeah.
It's your tile. If you mess it up, it's not a huge deal, but
Right.
somebody has a medium,
A schmedium company.
and they go to Google or YouTube,
No,
they fail.
because there's so much conflicting information, and everybody has the in all capitals, the answer. But like, is that your answer? It's not
I
necessarily.
love that because there
Yeah.
is conflict with social media marketing. I hear 10 different ways to do LinkedIn and Facebook.
Yeah.
And maybe they work, but that's not good for the client or prospect
No,
in marketing.
we've lost so much individuality.
That is great.
Like, we have lost so much individuality, and nobody can tell. When I see coaches or course creators in my feed, what makes them stand out? They all are telling me their story, and then they have 3 bullet points and then a call to action. Like, but what makes you stand out? Because it all starts to seem like the same way, because
Yeah.
you're just not an individual
Yeah.
anymore. So now it's like, let's try this in different ways and let's build real relationships. Make it right.
And I yelled out, that's great, because she's talking about being individual in your marketing.
Yeah.
Want to clarify that because when I said that, I was make sure, because it's customizable to you. I do is different than what the gentleman over here does.
Yeah.
Even I used to own health clubs.
Yeah.
Every health club has a unique offer, a unique marketing package.
Absolutely.
Some have this, some have that.
Yeah.
And your audience, you need Chelsea. If you're thinking about marketing and want to grow your business, hey, if you're happy where you are, I think you'd agree.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But we want to grow because things like COVID are going to come back.
Yeah.
You need to be prepared, be
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
And you need her in your tool belt.
And be in more than one plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is so cool. I'm loving what you're putting down. I'm
Thanks.
old. I should never say that, but it did
No,
sound
it
good.
worked. It worked.
So when it comes to, let's go through the journey. I know you mentioned a little bit.
Mm.
So I'm a potential client.
Yeah.
I own a company. Let's say I own a health club.
Okay.
Let's kind of go through the journey, how you'd walk me through working with you.
So it depends on how strong your foundations are.
Okay.
If you have a health club that's already seeing a lot of success in what they're doing, and maybe you're just overwhelmed with your marketing and need someone to take it over, that's a completely different story than a health club guy that just seems like it's like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, right? So those are 2 very different things. So when it's a brick and mortar like that, I think that the phone call to people who would share clients is really important. I can sit down with you and I can talk about pain points. We all know everyone needs to lose weight, right? Everyone needs to lose weight. So they're all going to have the same pain point, and your solutions are going to be similar to the other two health clubs in town. So now it's, what does your health club do that really services that client and makes that client feel like, and use the word loved, like makes that client feel loved, right? Like, how do we make this like really personal for them? And then also building relationships with the other business owners that can share with you in town, and finding out if you could offer my service, like this isn't about me. If you could offer my service to your clients for either a kickback or an exchange of client, what would you most feel like you would love to offer? And then listen. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's just asking and listening the right people, open-ended questions, and let them tell you, actually, you know what? I would love to offer a discount on the first 3 months. And like, maybe I can offer them some sort of reward or something. Like, I just pulled this out of my head, but like, I called, like, you can call a hair person and be like, maybe you give a discount on like somebody who's committed to 3 months of working out. Or I can send somebody to you, somebody who's worked out consistently for 3 months. I can send them to you and you can give them a discount on hair services. So now you're getting a new person and they're getting like this fresh new feel after they dedicated to themselves for 3 months. So now you have 3 months of someone dedicating themselves to you and this big reward at the end that's beneficial to you and like this. So just fun, creative stuff.
You're amazing. Because it's funny you're talking about that. I just did a podcast last week. We talked about the future of mediums,
Yeah,
partnerships,
it's partnerships, 100%.
right?
Yes.
So I'm going to go to my gym. I'm going to give
Yeah.
you value because I'm going to get discounted for partners in our strip mall.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Yeah.
You go to the other gym, they're just going to give you a gym. And
Yeah.
that's okay. But
Yeah.
coming to here, discount your hair,
Right.
discount your massage,
Yeah.
and discount your florist.
Yeah. I love it.
That is that. See, audience, reach out to her.
See how far I just got from digital though?
And she told me this in the beginning, and you're right.
Yeah.
We talked about branches in the tree. She's just not one branch. She's multiple branches.
So, I mean, there are definitely people that live and belong on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
No,
and
it's just where you need to be seen. And when it's brick and mortar, it's different than somebody who's selling an online course. And it's just different.
I hate to use a cliche. That was a great mic drop.
Yeah.
Because it really is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about personal. I know so much about you now. What's a book or two that you've read or can give to the audience that's really helped you get to this fantastic woman you are now?
Okay, well, I'm going to be cliche.
Please.
The first one is definitely the Bible, right?
Amen.
And I hate to be cliche about that, but without my biblical integrity, I don't feel that I could serve my clients the right way. And I put prayer and faith at the base of every morning, and I feel like it's getting stronger the further I get into my business, where everything that I'm doing is not for me, but it is for God. And I don't know. I don't know how appropriate that is in business, but for me, that's 100% my first book. And then I guess following that, there's so many. I feel like the first one that really set me on my path though was like early in my 20s, and it was the War of Art.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What have I not heard?
Yeah.
What did it do?
It was like, hey, it's okay to be creative. I think I was young and I always had like writing as like this little hobby, but I actually came to finding myself. So it was like the first book that really like, hey, it's okay to do this other stuff.
So you came from finance and accounting to creative marketing. Did you hear that pivot? Those are complete opposite industries.
Yeah.
Jobs.
I was a terrible accountant.
And look at that. She admitted her failure.
Terrible accountant.
Successful people admit their failures.
I mean, okay, I was good at like laying things into a spreadsheet, but I dreaded every moment of every day. And I just like, I couldn't love it.
You got to be loving this girl because somebody can pivot like that. You need to at least talk to her. She'll reach out to you. Her information will be in the show notes.
Thank you.
Chelsea, I want to thank you so much for being on. You are really an incredible woman.
Oh, you're
incredible businesswoman.
Thank you.
And the Bible is a business book.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody tells me. It is.
Yeah. It gives you all the tools that you could ever need. So
let's leave the audience with one personal or business tip that has got you to this point and share with.
Okay, I'm going to be cliche again. There's somebody who says everything is figure outable. And if that's not the most true thing that I've ever heard, and I've had it printed on every desk since I was like 20 years old, it was like, everything is figure outable. It's so true. There's no such thing as a no. There's no such thing as a no. There's just a, okay, well.